I took you on my run for this week's update. I'm officially halfway through. It's the end of week 4 for me. One of the best things it's been a difficult week, I'll tell you about it in a minute, but one of the best things about this is where I get to run. Fantastic. Yeah, we're in the heart of the Bedfordshire. There's 3 runs. There's one in Sandy, which is up the sand hills you can use. The one that I've just done, which is Blenheim, which is my favourite one because it's actually on the straight. Well, there's one which just goes up towards Tempsford, which I've only not really attempted that one. Day 77. Start of the week, weird one because I had a real crash at the beginning of the week. Bad day Monday, really switch off the world. I just don't want to be here. But it's got better. There's 3 shouts this week, 3 shouts out. One, I have to go back to the advice Johnny Bremner gave us about giving up beer. I really don't miss it. I think I've had 1 in that time, but it's just reducing the alcohol has just made a hell of a difference. More for my head than anything else. Phil Carroll, the advice with the shoes. I started this sort of thing with my gym shoes, which is not a good idea when you start running. You need the proper shoes. So I'm just breaking these new trainers in. Cost a fortune job, but you're going to do this. I always say if you're going to do something, do it properly. And the biggest shout this week really has to be Steph was really keeping me motivated, and it's working with a personal trainer now for some time, and that was highlighted with the stats this week. I mean, 3 kilos have been dropped in weight, which doesn't seem a lot, but it does when you add the rest of it in, because we've done stats now for about a year, and in a year now I've dropped 7.2 kilograms of fat, and I've gained 7.6 kilograms of lean. So for those of you that know about this, apparently it's pretty amazing. So I feel amazing, and actually when I was feeling down in the beginning of the week, the second run of the week actually gave me that little bit of a hit that actually, life is not that bad. No reason for the down, absolutely none at all. Just fact, I think I was just a little bit burnt out from the month. On top of all of this, we launched the rock show. We did a big gig in Woking, back in a load of it's just been busy. Busy stuff. Won't bore you with the details of my rock and roll lifestyle because it's not very rock and roll these days. The only thing I throw out of windows probably is who knows? It's certainly not televisions. What can I say? It's been a great journey. I'm really starting to feel that this is compounding into a lifestyle. I'm just going to say this now because I thought I'd never say this, and I want to punch myself in the face violently. Well, I do anyway. But I'm enjoying it. I enjoy running. When did that happen? You know what I might try next, if I can just whiz this around. It's my trusty steed. John Wayne character, don't you think? Well, I've been called a cowboy a few times, so. But thanks for all the support. Been brilliant. I feel loved, not just by all of you guys that have been totally disappointed what I'm doing. I actually, being this accountable, I will admit, this has made a difference, because if I was after 77 days just putting up the same old stuff and nothing happened, I would look a proper twat. So I've now, at least I'm kind of rescuing that, and I don't feel a fraud. I actually feel that this might lead to something. And Adrian Maddox, get your flying boots ready. We're going to Milan. Armani suit is now on the list. Next mini target for me is to get under the next sort of weight target. I'm not going to be obsessed over that, but it is nice to be starting to see that come alongside all of this. And you know what? I just take this in. It's just amazing countryside. And that's the other thing I've noticed doing this. You actually appreciate where you are, taking a stay an hour. The mental health, it really has kind of picked me up this week when I was proper down at the beginning of the week. Next week, from Spain.